Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Radhe Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Panchatattva Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada श्री राधा माधव भगवान की जय पंचतत्व की जय नरसिंह भगवान की जय भक्तराज प्रहलाद महाराज की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय गुरुदेव Hare Krishna. So we are live. First of all, let me tell you, I'm not all that great, so please bear with me if I'm doing any mistakes. Let me know where I can improve. Are you seeing the database?
Yes, Mother.
Okay. Krishna Prasthaya Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namni Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshkarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. So Hare Krishna, we are in 4th canto and 21st chapter, 22nd shloka onwards we have to take. But just before we go to the shloka, just recollecting whatever we have done. So the conversation right now was between Maitreya and Vidura. So wherein Maitreya has started to glorify Prithu Maharaj, how his glorious activities were praised all over the world. And after listening to these qualities of Prithu Maharaj, Vidura obviously wanted to know more. So just like we are also very inquisitive to learn something more about a person who is very glorious, same way Vidura was also inquisitive. So Vidura is now submissively asking questions to Maitreya. Please tell me more about the activities of Prithu Maharaj and what he did and how was he, the description. So then Maitreya started explaining. First of all, he told that where is Prithu Maharaj living? In between the tract of land between Ganga and Yamuna. And he was unrivaled king. He was ruling all the 7 islands of the globe. And then he described his bodily features also, that how tall he was, how fair complexion, how his arms were very broad, shoulders were broad, his eyes were very brilliant like the sun, and his nose was very straight. Then he had a broad chest, and how his navel was, it was coiled navel, thick waist, and then his hair was curly hair. All this he had described. And then he said when he sat for the sacrificial arena, for the sacrifice, how did Prithu Maharaj come? He didn't come in a kingly fashion, not wearing all the gold and silk clothes and all. He was just wearing a simple deer skin around his waist, And for a ring, it was just a kusha grass ring. Okay, so this was the background we had, and he started speaking. Who started? Prithu Maharaj started speaking in the assembly of the glorified sages. But along with the sages, there were so many other people also. In text number 20, 21, he started speaking. 20 and 21, Prutu speaking how his speech was, it was described how thick his voice was, and and then they described that Prutu was speaking as if he's some person who wants to uh, take the permission, or take the acceptance of everybody else. Actually, he doesn't have to do that. He is the king of the whole world, of all the seven planets. He is the supreme lord himself, but he did not show it like that amongst the assembly of great sages. He just put his decision forward to see, tell, give me some suggestions whether I am right or not. Approval he's asking. So that and also there was something else mentioned in text number 21. What was told was that there were so many, if some person is a great famous person, then he has a lot of enemies also. But then the Prithu Maharaj did not consider them as enemies. He is talking directly to these sages, to the great souls, sadhu. He's talking to them, and he did not present himself as an authority, or he's not commanding over them that, okay, this is my decision, come on now, approve of it. No, he didn't say that. He's just presenting himself in a very humbly honest way. Okay, so now we'll come to text number 22. Let's see what the shloka says. So, Canto 4, chapter 21, and text number 22. Sindhu, do you want to say something? Sindhu,
No, for reading, Mataji.
Okay, please. Would you like to read the shloka?
Yes, Mataji, I can start.
Yeah.
You will be reading, repeating, or we can read ourselves, Mataji?
If you can read, otherwise I can say it, and
Okay.
then you can repeat it also. No?
Okay.
I don't know how is the flow of the class.
Text 22. Aham dhandadharo raja प्रजानामिह योजितः रक्षिता वृतिधा स्वेषु सेतेषु स्थापिता पृथक्. Translation.
Anyone else would like to repeat the shloka?
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji.
Can I, Mataji?
Yeah, please.
अहं दण्डधरो राजा प्रजानां हि योजितः रक्षिता वृत्तिदः ववेषु तेतेषु स्थापिता पृथक्. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
So here it is said that aham dandadharo raja prajanam iha yojitah rakshita vrittidasveshu seteshu sthapita prathak. So what's happening? Let's see, read the translation and try to understand. Yes, Mataji. Sindhu Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. I'll read. Translation and purport?
Yeah.
Okay, translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. King Prithu continued, by the grace of the Supreme Lord, I have been appointed the king of this planet, and I carry the scepter to rule the citizens, protect them from all the danger, and give them employment according to their respective positions in the social order established by Vedic injunction. Purport. A king is supposed to be appointed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead to look after the interest of his particular planet. On every planet, there is a predominating person, just as we now see that in every country there is a president. If one is president or king, it should be understood that this opportunity had been given to him by the Supreme Lord. According to the Vedic system, the king is considered a representative of Godhead and is offered respects by the citizens as God in the human form of life. Actually, according to Vedic information, the Supreme Lord maintains all living entities and especially human beings to elevate them to the highest perfection. After many, many births in lower species, when a living entity evolves to the human form of life, and in particular to the civilized human form of life, the society must be divided into 4 gradations as ordered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead in Bhagavad Gita. Chaturvarnyam Maya Shrishtam, etc. The 4 social orders, the Brahmanas, the Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras, are natural divisions of human society, and as declared by Prithu Maharaja, every man in his respective social order must have proper employment for his livelihood. It is a duty of the king or the government to ensure that the people absorb the social order and that they are also employed in their respective occupational duties. In modern times, since the protection of the government or the king has been withdrawn, social order has practically collapsed. No one knows who is a Brahmana, who is a Kshatriya, who is a Vaishya, or who is a Shudra, and people claim to belong to a particular social order by birthright only. It is a duty of the government to re-establish social order in terms of occupational duties and the modes of material nature, for that will make the entire world population actually civilized. If it does not observe the institutional functions of the 4 social orders, human society is no better than animal society, in which there is never tranquility, peace, and prosperity, but only chaos and confusion. Maharaja Prithu, as an ideal king, strictly observed the maintenance of the Vedic social order.
Continue.
Yeah, anyone wants to continue, Mataji, or shall I finish it off? 1 paragraph only.
You finish it off, then the next
Okay.
shloka may be.
Yeah. Prajayate iti praja. The word praja refers to one who takes birth. Therefore, Prithu Maharaja guaranteed protection for Prajanam, all living entities who took birth in his kingdom. Praja refers not only to human beings but also to animals, trees, and every other living entity. It is the duty of the king to give all living entities protection and food. The fools and rascals of modern society have no knowledge of the extent of the responsibility of the government. Animals are also citizens of the land in which they happen to be born, and they also have the right to continue their existence at the cost of the Supreme Lord. The disturbance of the animal population by wholesale slaughter produces a catastrophic future reaction for the butcher, his land, and his government. Thank you, Mr.
Hare Krishna. So King Prithu started his conversation, or he wanted to put forward his word. So how he started, he's starting very humbly. He's telling, okay, by the grace of the Supreme Lord, I have been appointed. It is not, he's not saying that, oh, I am the king, so you need to accept me. No, he's telling that it is the mercy of the Supreme Lord that I have been appointed by the as a king. And then I am going to rule the citizens. That's what he's telling, rule. So what are the duties of a king? That also King Prithu, Maharaj Prithu has been saying it. What according to Vedic injections, how it should be, and what are the duties of the king. So in the purport, we see that the importance Prabhupada is putting, that how is a king supposed to be. He is Prabhupada is telling that he is appointed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he is considered as a representative of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then the respect also should be given accordingly by all the human beings. Okay, but when we see why respect has to be given, he is a representative of the Supreme Lord, means he is going to maintain everybody. He is going to maintain the praja. Praja means living entities. Here we see in the second paragraph, prajayate iti praja, the one who takes care of this praja. Praja means what? The one who is taking birth. And who are all taking birth? It is not only human beings, right? It's also the animals, the trees, and every other living entity, whichever is born, that is all under the control of the king. He is supposed to maintain them. That is his responsibility of the king. The duty of the king is to maintain them. So maintain them means what? Just giving food to them, water to them, that is sufficient? It is not sufficient. That why? Because after so many births, millions and bahunam janmanam, and after so many births, we come to a human form of life. And why is this human form so special? Because in this human form of life only, we have got the intelligence to ask what is my duty, how I should be doing, why I am here, what is my eternal constitutional position, where am I supposed to go from here. These are all possible only in this human form of life. So when when we are in this, the Raja is the king is supposed to maintain and take care of the praja in such a way that they are elevated to the next level. Okay, so why, what is this elevation to the next level? Prabhupada is telling here, human form of life is there, but according to the social gradation, according to the society, there are four gradations. Even in our Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna is telling the same thing. Chatur Varanyam Maya Srishtam. These four Varnas, I have created these Varnas. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Okay, or depending upon what guna and karma vibhagasha, depending upon their qualities, depending upon the work they do, that has been, according to that the human beings are graded. Okay, so now each person, each living entity or each human being is supposed to get to a position wherein they go back to godhead, right? So the king is supposed to maintain them in such a way, teach them in such a way that so that they will progress in their spiritual life also. So they have the king is supposed to administer all these things, that they are properly going through their social order. They are employed according to their occupational duties. It is not that one person is given all the jobs. It is not like that. It is not like what the present educational system is doing, that everybody is given a certain syllabus and everybody is supposed to be graded according to that only, not according to their skills, right? So in previous yugas, when the Gurukula system was there, the guru used to decide what quality the student is having and what kind of skill the student is having and how he is uh, supposed to perfect in that particular skill. So if you remember the pastime of Dronacharya when he became a teacher for these Pandavas, he has not taught everybody Gada Yuddha. No, no, no. You have to become perfect in Gada. Everybody. No, no. You have to be perfect in like Arjuna, archer. So he has put up we know that, right? He has put up a test for all the people, all the children, that can you see the bird on the tree and who can shoot the eye of the bird. He saw all those things and according to their skill he has given them the knowledge. So the king is supposed to do that according to the skill of a person. He has to be employed also. But the government, I think nowadays Prabhupada has written that the government or the king has been withdrawn. There is no protection from the government. The government is not seeing the skills of the people and employing them accordingly. But we are seeing right now in the Modi government, we are seeing that skill based, skill based learning is there, so where people can actually improve on their skill and they can do their employment also accordingly. uh, now we do not know, in the present Kali Yoga, we do not know who is a Brahmana, who is a Kshatriya, who is a Vaishya or Shudra. So how are we grading it? According to the birth. You are born in a Brahmana family, okay, you are a Brahmana. You're born in a Shudra family, you are a Shudra. But it is not like that. So duty of the government is to re-establish the social order also. So the king is supposed to do that. So so King Prithu is doing that. He is an ideal king. He strictly observed the maintenance of the Vedic social order. Here it is, Prabhupada is mentioning that. And now in the second paragraph, Prabhupada is also mentioning that he is protecting everybody. But now the animals are not protected. Animals, wherever there are slaughterhouses, then the future of that particular land, country, or government, or the person who is butchering the animal, for them, there will be a big havoc, there will be big disturbances for them. Okay, so how is this applicable for us? Is like, we are the king for our own family, right? King Prithu was for the whole world, but the king for a family is the man of the family or the woman, who's going to teach the children. So we have to make sure that our children do not go into such, competitions wherein you force the children to, oh no, you have to go to IIT or you have to become a doctor and you need to get 99% 100% result. No, instead we teach them about Krishna consciousness, about their skills where they lie, and then accordingly we teach them how we need to we need to be in the society. Hare Krishna. So let's go to the next shloka. Canto 4, text 21. Oh, sorry, chapter 21, text 23. Tasya me tad anushtanad yan ahurbrahmavadinaha lokasyu kama sandoha yasya tushyati dishtadrik. Hare Krishna. Now Kishori Mataji has raised her hand. Would you like to read
Yes,
the
Mataji.
shloka and
May I
the
read?
translation purpose? Yes, please.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna Dandat Pranam Mataji.
No.
Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Maharaja Prithu said, I think that upon the execution of my duties as king, I shall be able to achieve the desirable objective described by expert in Vedic knowledge. This destination is certainly achieved by the pleasure of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the seer of the destiny. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Maharaja Prithu gives special stress to the word Brahma Vadinaha by the
Vadinaha.
experts. Sorry, Mataji.
Brahmavadinaha.
Also, thank you. Brahma Vadinaha. By the experts in the Vedic knowledge, Brahma refers to the Vedas, which are also known as the Shabda Brahma or transcendental sound. Transcendental sound is not ordinary language, although it appears to be written in ordinary language. Evidence from the Vedic literature should be accepted as final authority. In this Vedic literature, there is much information, and of course, there is information about the execution of a king's duty. A responsible king who execute his appointed duty by giving proper protection to all living entities on his planet. He is promoted to the heavenly planetary system. This is also dependent upon the pleasure of the Supreme Lord. It is not that if one execute his duty properly, he is automatically promoted. For promotion depends upon the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It must ultimately be concluded that one can achieve the desired result of his activities upon satisfying the Supreme Lord. This is confirmed in the first canto, second chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam. Mataji, can you recite this shloka, please?
Atha pumbirtvijasreshta varnashrama vibhagashaha swanushthitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. Thank
you, Mataji. The perfection of one's execution of his appointed duties is the ultimate satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. The word kama sandoha means achievement of the desired result. Everyone desires to achieve the ultimate goal of life, but in modern civilization, the great scientists think that man's life has no plan. This gross ignorance is very dangerous and makes civilization very risky. People do not know the laws of nature, which are the ruling of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because they are aesthetic of the first order. They have no faith in the existence of God and His ruling, and therefore do not know how nature is working. This gross ignorance of the mass of people, including even the so-called scientists and philosophers, makes life a risky situation in which human beings do not know whether they are making progress in life. According to Srimad Bhagavatam 7.5.30, they are simply progressing to the darkest region of the material existence. Adanta Gobira Vishatama Tamishrama. The Krishna consciousness movement has therefore been started to give philosophers, scientists, and people in general the proper knowledge about the destiny of life. Everyone should take advantage of this movement and learn the real goal of life. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Mataji. So what here Maharaj Prabhu is further saying that according he already told that he is a king, he has been given a danda, and how he's protecting the praja over there. So he's telling, I think that upon execution, he's thinking, he actually he knows that one who executes his duties properly, then that he'll be able to achieve the desirable objectives that which are been described in the Vedic knowledge. So Prabhupada is explaining Vedic knowledge. Veda means Shabda Brahma, transcendental sound. Although right now we are reading it in English or Sanskrit or Hindi or Marathi or Telugu, whatever language we are, some mundane language, ordinary language, but it is the Shabda Brahma, it is the transcendental sound. So here he is stressing, Prabhupada says he's stressing on Brahmavadinaha, the experts are there who know about this Vedic scriptures. They are telling, they are saying that people will achieve the result if you are following the duties properly. So you are, if you are in the in your specific varna and you are following all the duties, then you will achieve the desired result. That is what it is telling. So, but there is a small clause here. So Prabhupada is telling this Vedas are the final authority. Final authority. You cannot doubt them. Okay. So what is the clause here? That it should be satisfaction or satisfying to the Supreme Lord. It is not that, okay, I have this duty, I am doing it as a duty, I'll do my duty and go off. And I'll say, okay, I have done my duty, please give me my share. I want to go back home, back to Godhead. It is not possible like that. How it is possible to get that? We need to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's why Prabhupada, when he started this Krishna conscious movement, is saying the same thing. Whatever work you do, you have to keep Krishna in the center. When you're putting Krishna in the center, when you're doing everything for the satisfaction of Krishna, then definitely whatever work you do will be perfected and you will get the results for that particular work. So here in first canto, Prabhupada is mentioning this shloka. Atha pumdir dvijasreshta varnashrama vikbhagashaha swanushtitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. Samsiddhir haritoshanam. It should be satisfying, or it should be give pleasure to the Supreme Lord's, pleasure to the Hari. So you can get your desired result or ultimate goal of life, which everybody desires, only when you are satisfying the Supreme Lord. But in the modern civilization, nobody believes, everyone is an atheist. So they don't believe in the presence of the Supreme Lord at all. And when Supreme Lord is not there, then they will not even believe the Vedas also. This Brahma, Shabda Brahma, they are not believing the Shabda Brahma also. The Vedas also, they don't believe. So the scientists, the philosopher, big certificates they are having, so they are not able to believe the Lord, they are not able to follow the scriptures. Then how are they going to satisfy the Supreme Lord? Then Bhagavatam is telling that they are just going to the darkest region of material existence. Tamishram, they are going to the Tamo Guna, the darkest region. So the Krishna conscious movement has started to give, therefore been started to give philosophers, scientists, people in general, the proper knowledge about the destiny of life. We have come to this material world. Why? What is the use? The philosophers have not found out why the human beings are born. What is their work? What is their ultimate goal? They do not know, because they are not able to believe. They are atheists. They don't believe in the existence of the God. So the Krishna conscious movement is for such people, to give them knowledge about the goal of life. So Prabhupada is telling, he's stressing everyone should, that is Prabhupada's mood, everyone should take the advantage of this movement and understand the goal of life. So what is the real goal of life? What is the real goal of life?
Please, Lord Vishnu.
To please Lord Vishnu.
Lord. Back to Godhead.
Going back to Godhead. Going back to Godhead, going back to the constitutional position. What is our constitutional position?
Jeever Swarupa hoy
Yes.
Krishnera Nitya Das, eternal servant of
Nitya Das, eternal servant of the Lord. So we need to go achieve that position. For that, we need to study the scriptures. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, you raised your hand. Do you want to say something?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, I will read, Mataji.
Okay. Just give me a second. And I go to the next. Text number.
Mataji.
Yes,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Pranams, Mataji. Ya uddaret karam raj. Ya uddaret karam raja. Praja dharmeshta shikshayan. Prajanam shamalam bhungte. Bhagancha swam jahati saha. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Mataji, it is to be scroll, Mataji. Translation and purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. Any king who does not teach his citizens about their respective duties in terms of varna and ashrama, but who simply exacts tolls and taxes from them is liable to suffer for the impious activities which have been performed by the citizens. In addition to such degradation, the king also loses his own fortune. Shall I read purport, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu.
Purport by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada ki jai. A king, governor or president should not take the opportunity to occupy his post without also discharging his duty. He must teach the people within the state how to observe the divisions of varna and ashrama. If a king neglects to give such instructions and is simply satisfied with levying taxes, then those who share in the collection, namely all the government servants and the head of the state, are liable to share in the impious activities of the general masses. The laws of nature are very subtle. For example, if one eats in a place which is very sinful, he shares in the resultant reaction of the sinful activities performed there. It is Vedic system. Therefore, for a householder to call Brahmanas and Vaishnavas to eat at ceremonial performance in his house, because the Brahmanas and Vaishnavas can immunize him for sinful activities. But it is not the duty of the rigid Brahmanas and Vaishnavas to accept invitations everywhere. There is, of course, no objection to taking part in feasts in which prasada is distributed. There are many subtle laws which are practically unknown to people in general. But the Krishna consciousness movement is very scientifically distributing all this Vedic knowledge for the benefit of the people of the world. Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranams Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you. स य उद्धरेत् करं राजा प्रजाधर्मेष्व अशिक्षयन् प्रजानां शमनं भुङ्क्ते bhagam च swam jahati saha. So what the king is telling, Prithu Maharaj is now saying that the king who does not teach his citizens about varna and ashrama, who does not perform his duties properly, and who is simply doing what, just exacting taxes from the people, and even though the people are suffering, then what happens, that whatever impious activities, sinful activities the people are doing, all that karma will be transferred to the king also. So he will get degraded, he will lose his life also, his own fortune also he will lose. So what is Prabhupada saying in the purport is that one should not be so greedy. You get a position and you're happy with it. Oh, I became the prime minister of the country, I became the chief minister of the state. Finish. Now I'm just going to take the taxes, collect money for myself, keep it ready for my sons, my grandsons, my great grandsons, everybody. That is my duty. That's finished. No, when you have been given a position, along with the position comes responsibilities. So you need to take care of those responsibilities too. If you're neglecting those instructions of the Shabda Brahma, or the Vedas, or if you are neglecting to take care of the duties, or just collecting the taxes and enjoying yourself, then everybody, from the one who is collecting the taxes to from the head of the state, everybody is liable for the impious activities of the great masses. It's not for them, their sinful activities, they are going to go through their karma. But in general, also in the state, if the people are misbehaving, if the people are doing some impious activities, sinful activities, those that karma also will go to the king, or to the governor, or the president, or the chief minister, whoever right now we can say. So that laws of nature, Prabhupada is telling, it is very, very subtle. So he has given an example that if one is eating in a place which is very sinful, also there, that reactions also you will get. So just a small story which I remembered hearing from Maharaj, that one nice Vaishnava, he comes to a place, and he is invited by this particular businessman to his house, uh, for lunch. So this Brahmana will go for lunch there, and he will sit. Now what happens? The Brahmana, the businessman's wife is a little bit greedy, you know. So whenever she is going to someone's place, she will just pick up whatever she likes in their house and bring it to her house. So like that, she has brought so many things from different houses, and decorated her own house. Now, when she is feeding this Brahmana, she has served him in a nice silver plate and silver glass. Unknowingly, when this devotee is having prasad, after that he just keeps the silver glass into his jhola, and he goes away. And the next day, when he is putting his hand in the jhola, he realizes, where did I get this from? So because they are all great people, he started contemplating, and then he realized that when he has eaten in that house, he has got all the mood, or all the thoughts which this lady is going through from the prasadam she has given. So that is why it is, Prabhupada says that when you are cooking, you should always think about the Lord while cooking, and not think something else. The Prabhupada is mentioning it, that was like on the funny side. And when the sage asks also the businessman, and he tells, he gives back the glass of gold, and then he understands how the wife has cooked everything. So here also Prabhupada is telling that so many Brahmanas or Vaishnavas are actually invited to the house. Why? So that they can immunize the sinful reactions, sinful activities, what we are doing. They can immunize it. But it is not compulsory that these Brahmanas and Vaishnavas have to go, or have to accept everybody's invitations. It depends upon them. Yeah, but whenever they are pure Brahmanas, pure Vaishnavas, they come, they bless us so much that we will not be doing any other sinful activity. Okay, so there are so many subtle laws which are there, which we do not understand. So best of all is in Krishna conscious movement. Scientifically, we distribute all the Vedic knowledge. We offer bhoga to the Lord and have that as a prasadam, and then that is benefiting everybody. Somebody has raised a hand. Do you want to say something? Radhanath Krishna Prabhuji.
No, I raise the hand if we are reading. I can read the next. If I can read the next shloka.
Oh, actually, Prabhuji, sorry, we are doing only 3 shlokas a day.
Okay, I joined today only, so I was not aware of it.
No issues, Prabhuji. So tomorrow, maybe you can read. Do you have
Tomorrow we don't have Mataji. Monday to Thursday.
Monday to Thursday? Okay. So if there are any questions or any suggestions for me to improve, please let me know. I would like to improve myself.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Mataji, if we go on reading these purports and slokas,
Yeah.
So if we compare it to this nowadays position, our leaders,
Yes,
were they were not cultured. They don't know how to talk. How they were still they were exploiting the citizens. So to what
definitely.
extent they will their fate what will happen? And then we if we think our fate what happens then will we survive in the universal forever?
That is why we are in this Krishna conscious movement, wherein Krishna says, whatever you do for me, and definitely we will go back to him. But those who are not following the instructions, for them, God only knows what kind of life they will have. Because it's written elsewhere that even a pujari, if he is taking something from the temple, he is born as a dog in the next life.
Mataji, one thing is we ultimately we have to suffer.
That is because of our karma, no Prabhuji.
Okay. Hare
Whatever
Krishna.
prarabdha karma was there for us, that we are suffering.
Oh, they force it to we have to suffer.
Yes.
Okay. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna. Pranams Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Yes, Mataji. Rashmi Mataji wants to say something.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Mataji, I have joined the class today only. I'm in Bahrain. Okay,
Hare
so yeah, Hare Krishna. So here I just, we have Bhagavad Gita class, but this is Bhagavatam. Can you just let me know where are we in this class? Like in Bhagavatam, so at least I will not be a lost case. I can just read the previous something like 2-3 shlokas and then, so at least I will have some knowledge where do we stand and where are we.
Okay, so we are in 4th canto, Mataji, of Srimad Bhagavatam, and 21st chapter. Right now, we finished up to 24th shloka. 4, 21,
Mataji, just
24.
1 minute. You said we are on the 4th canto.
4th
Okay.
canto, 21st
Yes.
chapter,
21st chapter,
and we finished 24th shloka today.
24th shloka is finished. Okay. So I can get it, this 4th canto, I think I can get it on Veda base, yes?
Definitely, yes, Mataji.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Are you attending any Bhakti Vriksha, Mataji, there?
Yeah, I'm just attending Rukmani Mataji's class, this one Bhagavad Gita class once in a week. Okay. And basically I have done from Mangalore also, I have done diploma in Bhagavad Gita. And plus we are having Krishna book also, every week. So I'm into, and I went to Mayapur this time and I went to Jagannath Puri also. So Vrindavan also. So Mataji, I'm into this thing and just wanted to read. What I learned from today's class is like the company makes a difference, like if we are, the association, if we are in the association of the devotees, definitely we are moving towards Krishna consciousness. So, and we are like, when I went to ISKCON Calcutta, I will just take a few seconds. So whatever the prasad we were eating, no acidity, no gas, nothing, and when we eat at home, like when I come back to Bahrain, then I will just always complaining like I'm having this thing, this problem, that problem. And then I don't know what is there in the prasad. I think when we are sitting with the devotees eating in a nice place, I mean like not nice, like I mean like where all the devotees are eating. So it makes a difference. So this is what I understood today's, the last shloka, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
So just one thing, Mataji, Hare Krishna, I would like to just add in the recipe matter, there's like, see, just started reading the Bhagavatam. So here, I am actually in US and my time zone is EST time zone. So in EST time zone, my time 12 p.m., we have a 1 hour reading group in which we read the Bhagavatam from 12 to 1. So, and if Mataji would, if her time will allow her, maybe she can join. And we are on the first canto, 17th chapter. So whatever she missed in the, in the past stories, if she wants to know, she can join that reading group here. So India timing, it's a 9:30 p.m. India time 9:30 p.m. So 9:30 to 10:30 we have this reading group in India time. So here my time it's at 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. So I'm not sure what time the Bahrain will have. So maybe
Bahrain
Mataji.
is 2.5 hours lagging to India.
Okay, so then she may have the 7 p.m. I think. Yeah. So I like to share this information. If anyone can join here. If she needs, I can share the link if anyone
You
wishes to
can
join.
talk to her, Mataji. Maybe she is in the group.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So,
Two more hands are raised. Any questions,
Same
devotee? Radhanath Prabhu.
Mataji, I don't know if it will be apt to share this with, but when you said that when we eat, the consciousness of that person is transferred into us. I had read a book by the god brother of Srila Prabhupada, Awadh Bihari Lal Prabhu.
okay.
And in that he had mentioned about devotees of Vraja and big acharyas. They suffered difference in consciousness because the money of the bhandara or the food was from sometimes it was from a house of prostitute or from some other place. So what you have said, I had read that. I thought of sharing it. I don't know
Trying
if
to
it-
relate it to that.
Yes. And what you said about means our desire for doing the, bad karma doesn't go very soon, means our desire to enjoy the senses doesn't go very soon. Today morning, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting Prabhuji's name. He gave a very nice class. He gave a very nice example that when we, a child, wo hat karta hai, means he says, no, I want something, and he's adamant to get that thing. He doesn't leave it. But when you give him something, some chocolate or something, he leaves that adamancy. So it's like we are adamant to stick to our senses, to enjoying our senses. But until unless we don't taste Krishna consciousness, we won't leave this taste of sense enjoyment. That's what he explained today morning.
The higher taste is always required.
Yeah, but the example of the child which he gave was, it made a mark in the mind.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Mata. Thank you, Mata.
Hare Krishna. Shall we end? Sindhu Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Sunita Mataji, anything you want to say?
I can see. Sunita Mataji is there?
Yeah, Sunita Mataji is there, I guess. I see a forum.
We'll say our Vaishnava Pranama before we end. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo.
Anantakoti Vaishnava. Right? Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagawatam ki jai. Thank you, Mataji. Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.